Everyone to gather round, celebrate the big man. Cooper said that I should learn my lesson from his 18th and get this out of the way early. So on behalf of Rebecca and I and Wilson, give us a bit of shush. On behalf of Rebecca and I, and of course of Wilson, I'd like to welcome you to the official 21st birthday of Cooper James O'Neill. In more than one way, it's been a long time coming, but mate, we love you, buddy. Cooper, as you know, you were a surprise, a very welcome surprise, but a surprise nevertheless. Cooper, we don't exactly know where you were conceived, and probably that's a bit too much detail for here, everyone. But Rebecca and I were travelling around Australia, and we think it was on a camping trip in Margaret River. We didn't find out until we were in Melbourne, a long way from home, which was Brisbane at that time. So we hot-footed it back to Brisbane, a suitcase each, no car, no furniture, and then 6 months later, Cooper arrived into the world, and certainly announced his arrival, came in kicking and screaming. And it's kind of been that way ever since. It's, Cooper, as you guys know, places enormous value on the people that are around him and invests really heavily in his relationships, which we love a lot. He's lived a life of two halves. He's lived 10 years in Brisbane, and the old saying that it takes a village to raise a child is really true. Cooper's really lucky. He's had two villages. He's had a Queensland village, and unfortunately none of them can be here tonight, but Coops, Nan and Nana and Bazzy and all your aunts, uncles, Lee, Christo, etc. would be thrilled to be here, and unfortunately they can't. The other village, the Adelaide village, we've got some people representing here, so thank you very much for everything that you've done, not just for Cooper but for us on the way through. It's been hugely appreciated. Cooper's feeling the love over there as well, I can see. Thanks, Rondula. Aside from the village that it's taken to raise Cooper, most importantly, his tribe is here, and some of those are from school, some from uni, some from work. Some, I'm not sure where they're from, but you're all welcome and a huge part of his life. Coops, we love you a lot. We're really proud of the man that you've become. We wish you all the very best for everything that comes ahead of you. We know it won't always be easy, but with people around you that you love, doing things that you love, mate, you'll smash it. And we can't wait to be part of that journey with you. Mate, Cooper James O'Neill, woo, come on! So again, on behalf of Rebecca and myself, and also Wilson, who hasn't... Are you filming that, Wilso?
Yes.
Thank you. If I'd known that, I would have made sure you got my good side. But look, thank you so much for coming along to celebrate this. We look forward to seeing you all out on the dance floor soon. And on that note, I'm going to hand over to three of Cooper's closest friends. I have absolutely no idea what's in store, but Guy, Xavier and Ted.
Hey everyone, I'm Xavier.
I'm Seb.
Yeah, I'm Guy. Wait, how the fuck we doing in here right now? How we going? Yeah! Well, how the fuck we doing? Yeah! Let's go. I've been Cooper's mate for, fucking way too long at this point. I still remember the first time I met that brother and I thought, he's got some fucking big ears. And he's out here looking like a frilled neck lizard. But like, fun fact, like, the more he gets drunk, the more his ears grow. So like later tonight from the dance floor, you'll be like, holy shit, this bloke's ears are fucking massive. Out here looking like Dumbo. But seriously, I first met Cooper back in term four of year 7 at Blacks. And at first we didn't really get along. I thought he was like that weird new kid. And unfortunately our houses are in the same direction when heading home. And we ended up chatting on the way home from school. And we ended up like bonding over like girls and video games and memes and shit. And we basically became best friends after that. And I've never really looked back.
So yeah, Coops and I I met him in year 8, a bit later than Guy did. But like similarly, we were all in the same like position. And we all had push bikes, so we're like, let's make the most of this. So we all rode our bikes to school every day and became the most feared bikie gang of Blackfriars. I'm telling you that. Right? Hell's Angels fucking had nothing on us, alright? They had no clue what's going on. So every morning Coops came to my house and we tackled that grueling Torrance Road hill. And when we rocked up, all the Blacks boys know, you looked at us, you were scared. You fucking, with our helmets on, yeah, you were absolutely feared. But the best part of it was riding down that hill at the end of the day. We were cruising down it, but Coops is an absolute speed demon. So they ended up like F1 races, right? By the end of the 3 years, by the end of that, we were pro cyclists without the doping. But it was alright.
Not only was Cooper pro at cycling, we all played soccer with him from year 8 onwards at Blackfriars, and I think we can all equally agree he carried us every single game. To us, it felt like we were playing for Man United, and he was our Ronaldo. He's bagging goals on and off the pitch, week in, week out, and I can still testify he still does that now. But now, Coops is a taken man in a fully committed relationship with the one, the only, the Lion Hotel. I've never seen this man so in love with something ever before, unless we're talking about his right hand. Now, it wouldn't be a good 21st speech unless we had some good stories.
So if you know Cooper, he's the most clumsiest human ever, and that's like well documented. Like from him stepping on a pop plant and cutting his foot open, from like the numerous broken bones he's had. But my favourite story of clumsy Coops is when we were out one night and we were crossing over that bridge over Line Arts, and the brother's like, yeah, I'm gonna climb this roof, and I'm like, yeah, go for it, mate, do this, you've got this. He's like out the front of the convention centre. And he climbs up it and he's like, oh, look at me go. I'm like, yeah, mate, you got this. And he's up the top and he's like, I'm going to jump. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, I should probably tell him not to jump. It's a good, like, 3 or 4 metres off the ground. But then another me was like, it would make a great 21st story. So I turn and look at him and I'm like, yeah, fucking do a backflip, mate. You got this. Needless to say, he absolutely ate shit and he kneed himself so far in the face, he chipped his tooth and he was just a pissing blood out of his face. It was the funniest shit. All us drunk boys with our phones out like, where's his tooth at? It was funny as.
Hey. Not only is Coops clumsy, but this man can't spend more than 3 minutes in the sun without looking like a vine-ripened tomato. I swear UV rays have a bounty out on your head, mate. Fucking unlucky. So, one time at the beach, Coops asked me to put some sunscreen on his back. That was his first mistake of the night. I decided to test the hypothesis or whether I could turn his toastiness into a piece of artwork. So I'm putting it on and applying it, and I'm just, rubbing it in, but I leave two little gaps, one eye, and a cheeky little smile. And as soon as he's running off to jump in the water, I'm like, fuck, it's already coming into action. By the time he got out of the water, it's as if someone smacked a giant slice of smiley fricks on his back. Fucking hell. Look, I know you weren't very happy with me that day, but you seemed pretty happy from behind, I'll give you that. Now, enough of shitting on Cooper. You're actually one of the most resourceful blokes I've ever met in my life, right? So you remember when we made that little fireplace at well, not little, it was massive, fucking a bit dangerous. So we were all there trying to get the fire going. We're clueless. All us boys couldn't do anything. Coops rocks up, and out of nowhere, he makes a little teepee, and in about 10 minutes, this fire's gone as tall as me, right? And after a few more beers, a few too many, as usual with us lads, but he comes, we're all like, oh, it's a bit weak right now. Coop's like, yeah, no worries. Gets a wooden pallet, chucks it on top of the fire, and now it's fucking twice my height, and I'm freaking the fuck out, and I've got the fire department on standby. But it turns out, Coops was the only fireman we needed that night, so armed with a calm demeanour and a stick, he tames the fuck out of that fire and makes it easy for me, because my house didn't burn down that night, and I appreciate you for that, Coops. If I've ever got a problem, Coops is there to fix it.
Coops is always taking care of everyone on a night out, making sure they get home and they get home safely, because that is just the genuine guy that he is. On a night out, I just can't help but think of myself when he's looking after someone. He's a father that I wish I had. Now, I'm sure you can all agree, Coop can talk to anyone about anything, no matter what. He can chat your ears off. If you could put his brother in a room with a deaf person, and he'd still be able to chat their ears off. Now, in all seriousness, this guy, I wouldn't be here without him. His laugh is so contagious, he just makes you want to laugh with him. He's honestly one of my most genuine friends, always there by my side. I wouldn't be here without you, brother.
Yeah, so I should probably say something nice at this point, since I've roasted him so hard. It's been amazing, mate, watching you grow up, getting better, getting bigger. It's always great. Watching him become into the young, beautiful man that we have in front of us right now. He's always been there for me, and he's honestly been one of the most genuine, friendly blokes that I know. He's such a genuine dude, and I know for a fact there's big things for him in the future. Love you, bro.
At the end of the day, Coops, you're a brother to me, and I'm sure we all feel the same way. You're someone I can chat to about anything with and laugh about everything with. It's amazing, man. I love you, and I know everyone here feels the same way. Come on, everyone does. We all appreciate you, and our lives wouldn't be the same without you. But just one moment, can I get a big round of applause for Adam and Rebecca right now? What a job you two have done raising Coops. Like, it must not have been easy to turn him into an absolute sick cunt. I don't know how you did it. You're an awesome person to be around, and we're glad to be able to call you our best mate. Cheers for listening.
Now, that's all we got on the D floor, let's get fucked up!
And just before we do, we might do that old happy birthday thing. What do you reckon?
I just say it with me, yeah. I just wanted to say, well, going off this speech, it was fantastic. Firstly, I want to thank Mum and Dad and the little bro, Wilsey. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everything. Thanks for that speech. That was absolutely hilarious. It was more of a roasting than a speech, but I'm happy with that. Going off what you said about me having big ears, your chin can cut fucking diamonds, so don't even worry about it. And you're saying me being a speed demon down on the bikes, mate. The last time we rode down that hill, he absolutely ate a bin. I don't know how you can par me for that one. And then for you about the lion part, I don't know if
coming from you, mate, that's a lot. So, but yeah, thanks for everyone. Like, you guys have been amazing. You're obviously here for a reason. Like, love you all. You're a big part of my life, and you will be in the future. Thank you. Let's get it!